welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Elle. I am competing in my first ever bikini fitness competition. And this is a story time of how I came to own a Stairmaster in my own home. So if you haven't already, you can subscribe and that'd be fabulous and I will love you forever. But also if you haven't already, you can head over to my TikTok where I started a daily challenge of conquering the Stairmaster, because I was once a Stairmaster newbie and it wasn't pretty. So let's back it up. I've always been a girl who struggles with her belly fat. There is truth in power, and there is power in truth. And I've kind of always had an issue with belly fat. It is what it is. Let's call it a spade a spade. And I was pretty sick and tired of it. This whole entire channel is going to chronicle me getting stage ready to compete in my first ever bikini fitness competition, and I have to be stage ready, and that's going to mean me losing about 100 pounds, and that's okay. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to be ashamed. It is what it is. One day, I was like examining life and the meaning, and I just really thought about how I've struggled with my bikini fat. I'm sorry, with my belly fat. And I was like, okay, I've done it all. I can squat heavy. I could deadlift heavy. I could run. I can sprint. I fear nothing in the gym. I can do it. There's not one thing I cannot do except the Stairmaster. The Stairmaster would win to me like no one's freaking business. And I would get on it, stay on for 3 minutes maximum, and then want to die because it would just wind me, take all my air out of my lungs, and I would just be like, it'd be a hot mess. I either want to get nauseous, or I'd want to faint, or I just want to fall off. So I gave up on the Stairmaster. But that night, I was like, Elle, you've done a lot of things. One thing you fear is the Stairmaster. So I decided I was going to buy one. I was going to get one. So I was Googling, and I bought one. And I could share pictures or video like at the end. And I got one. I purchased a hit by now, and it arrived. And I didn't believe I could do it. I was like, oh my God, like, where am I going to put it? But then I knew exactly where I was going to put it. And I'm one of those people who, when I get mad, I do something. And that could be a toxic trait. I don't just like sit and stew and like just sit in my anger. Nah, something has to get done. So, and that thing being done was buying a Stairmaster. So I bought one. It was delivered. I actually asked a neighbor the day it was going to get delivered. I had errands to run, and I asked my neighbor if she can come and work from home, from my place, so someone could be present while I ran my errands, because like I had a doctor's appointment. I couldn't reschedule that morning. I just couldn't. And she was like, yeah, sure, no problem. So I was away from home from like 9 to noon, and at 12:30 I kind of roll up, ready to park in my driveway, because thinking the Stairmaster must have been delivered and it must be in the house already in my brain. No. I roll up in the driveway and there's this like huge monstrosity of like a crate. So hence I could not park there. So I parked somewhere else to come into my house, and I asked my neighbor, like, hey, like, what happened? Like, she's like, it's too big. It's too big to come into the house. And it was just dropped into the driveway. So I was like, oh my God, how are we going to get it in? Like, it was huge. Imagine a Stairmaster, but then imagine it being encased by a big box, right? And not just, it's not going to be a cardboard box. It could be a wooden crate. So we got the crate. And I'm like, oh my God, how are we going to get this into the house? There's only two ways: garage or front door. The garage was a no because we have steps. So front door. We were able to get it on a dolly and move it with more than one person, right? We had to have multiple people, and we had to make sure it wouldn't fall on anyone's foot because it's a massively heavy machine. So it's in a crate, and we have to kind of get it onto like a dolly and then roll the dolly to the front door. And then on the front door, we had to create like a makeshift ramp, a wooden ramp, to push it up to get into the house. Then once it's in the house, we have to put it on a moving blanket so it wouldn't scratch the floors, because we have wooden floors. And then we had to scoot it and push it into where we're going to place it. And once there, we had to get it on sliders in case we had to move it again. So the machine's expensive and the machine's heavy. And then once like before it's on the sliders, we still have to assemble it, because the core, if you look at a Stairmaster, next time you look at one, the core of it is the stairs and the steps, but it also has like these emergency pedals. It also has bars and has a screen. So we have to put that all together. So would I do it again? Yes, because there was no way on God's green earth that I would be able to have gotten to 45 minutes at a public gym, having to start like from 3 minutes. Like, I would have, I guess what I'm trying to say is, having a Stairmaster at home in my private space gave me the security to try and fail. Because once it was in the house, do you think I got on it? Do you think I do you think I got on? No, I did not get on it. I was still scared. Because now we're just dealing with geography, right? Now it's in the house as opposed to being in the gym. I wasn't ready for it. I was not emotionally ready for the Stairmaster, right? So I would avoid it. I would get on for 1 to 2 minutes and be like, okay, yeah, that's it. I know what to do now. Or yeah, I would like avoid it. I would see it and I'd be just like, okay, it's not really there. But yeah, girl, you bought it. It's there. So it took me a while to actually get on it and commit to it. And then seeing that, shit, man, 3 minutes is enough. And I just got fed up. I got fed up with 3 minutes being my max. And I was like, okay, no, this needs to stop. I need to do better. I need to boost my stamina. I can deadlift, I can squat, I can do the things, I can sprint. There are things that I can do, and this is a thing I cannot do, and I need to conquer it. So at that point, I had my TikTok account, and I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to do 3 minutes this week. Next week, I'm going to do 5. The following week, I'm going to do 7, and then I'm going to do 10. But guess what? Once I got to like the 7-minute mark, I was like, okay, I can do 7. Next time I could do 10. I did 15. I did 20. And then like within like a month, I was doing like 45 minutes. And that blew me away. And I felt so many benefits. And I can make a video on that too if you want. But there were so many benefits that I got. You know, one of them One of many was like better sleep. Um, but I found so I would not be able to do the 45 minutes. I don't think had I been going to a gym because I had to step back and start from the basics. Start with my breathing, start with my level one, and have no shame in that, and not feel any pressure from anyone, and just so would I do it again? Yeah, I think I would do it again because I wouldn't, no, because it was scary. It was scary in the beginning getting a huge machine, not a cheap machine, getting it, placing it in your home, staring at it, and being like, holy damn, I did that. I bought this. Now I have to get on it. And then learning how to get on it. So I had to really give myself a lot of grace. And that was a great lesson. So that's the story time of how I came to own a Stairmaster in my own home. Um, and I just, it's like I was a girl with a Stairmaster dream. I wanted to do 10 minutes. I was like, I want to be a Stairmaster girly. Those girls I see at the gym, that's freaking, they do like half an hour, 45 minutes, 60 minutes. It seemed in my head like they were like there for days. And then now I can do 45 minutes and I feel so many benefits physically. Uh, I don't even know if I can see myself like without the Stairmaster like in my daily life somehow. Um, yeah, so that's how I came to own a Stairmaster and realizing it's such a privilege to own it. Like I know I'm so lucky I was able to afford it and thankfully that's a blessing and I was able to have space for it. And that was another a huge blessing. So I do see how lucky and fortunate I am to have them. Um, so if you're on a Stairmaster journey, if you have any questions, if you're like a newbie in the Stairmaster world and you're like, how can I increase my time? I've done a lot of trial and error and I've been pushing myself to increase my time and I've learned so much. So please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you for joining me in my little Stairmaster story time and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye. Love you.